Hey, what's up and what's happening, guys? It's been a while. I'm glad to be back with you. I'm going to talk about something very important you can't ignore, and that is how to develop your weaker hand. We all have a weak hand, okay? Most of us are right-handed, so I'm going to say you got a left-hand problem just like me. Now, this doesn't need to be a problem in your playing if you address it and you know how to fix it, you know how to train that weaker hand, and that's what I want to show you. There's two simple exercises, very simple exercises that you can be doing. So I'm going to show you a segment from my Total Drumming program, and there's a whole section in that on hand development. And I want to show you one of the lessons on there about developing weak hand. There's two really great exercises you can be doing right now. So get your pad out and let's get going. All right, guys, welcome back to the next lesson on hand technique and hand development. You need to practice your weaker hand twice as much as you're practicing your dominant hand, okay? Simple as that. You just need to practice it more. Now, there's a very simple exercise that you can do to practice twice as many notes as your right hand while still using both so that you're not bored, okay? And it's so simple, right? It's just playing two notes on your left, one note on your right. Oh, bet you didn't think of that. Oh, bet you didn't think. Well, maybe you did, but let me show you what that looks like. Okay, I'm just going to play an accented note with my right, and I'm going to play two non-accented notes with my left. That's a good idea, huh? Now, this isn't going to fix everything that's going on with that weaker hand, because if you notice, we're just playing some really nice light ghost notes, but it will help develop some of that control, some of that subtle control, which can be very difficult with your weaker hand. And what you're going to be doing there is just focusing on using those fingers. Okay, like we talked about in the previous lesson, how important it is to have the right stick grip and be utilizing those back two fingers, okay, to control the stick. This is a very effective exercise to just work on that with your weaker hand. Go for consistency, and then when your hand gets tired, switch it up. Now you can easily see which hand is better as at fast doubles by playing your dominant hand as the doubles and then your weaker hand. And even me, because I haven't been really training my hands hard lately, so they've gotten a little bit lax, I've noticed that my left hand is just slightly behind my right hand again. And I don't like when that happens, but it's a simple fix. All I have to do is just start practicing this again and start really spending a little bit more time on that lefty. So you can just really easily check, okay, how much faster am I with my doubles there? That's just, a simple exercise, right? But it really gets the point across at practicing that left hand twice as much. Another thing you can do, like we talked about, is unison notes. Remember, don't underestimate that, because what it's going to do is it's going to show you your deficiency, and your left hand is going to be able to have a chance to just kind of mirror your right hand as you're playing these unison notes. Now, if I put click on, which I recommend doing, I'm going to put a tempo on, and I'm going to be able to start to really try to match up with that click and be consistent. A simple exercise you can do for these unison notes is just play like 4 bars of each level of dynamics. So let's just say you have 3 levels to start with, okay? We have our light, not necessarily ghosted, but, light notes here. We're using mostly fingers. Then we have our medium note here. This is where you get some power behind it. I'm using a lot more wrist, all right? And then I have my really big, fully open, full range accented notes here. So let's just start with that. For kicks, I'm going to put my click on. Let's just do this right here, right now. I'm going to show you exactly what this is like. And if I mess up, I mess up. Let's just play 2 bars of each dynamic range, okay? So we're going to play the light, the medium, and the high dynamic range, okay? At 80 BPM quarter notes. We're going to be playing 16th note subdivision over this, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. That was hard. 2, 2. Let's make it a little more dramatic there. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Ooh, that was better. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Just kidding, that makes it harder. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 4. Relax. 2, 2, 3, 4. Done. How did you like that? Okay, one of the hardest parts there, you know what that is? One of the hardest parts? Switching from that big dynamic right there to those lighter ghost notes, right? While staying on time, while keeping those unison notes happening, right? That's difficult. That is what separates the boys from the men. But seriously, that's what's going to help you develop that weaker hand by trying to keep up with that dominant hand and by putting it in a context where you're playing a specific thing that's very simple to understand, okay, so you don't have to use a lot of brain power besides focusing on just making those notes consistent and on time. All right, that's why it's good to play to the click too, so that you really can stay consistent. And if you notice there, I'm also trying to keep my stick heights consistent. All right, that's super important, right? Because it's not going to sound consistent if my stick heights aren't consistent. All right, so as I'm playing this, I want my stick heights to be nice and even, okay, at each point, on the way up and on the way down. All right, so unison notes, definitely practice that as you are trying to get better with your weak hand. Don't wimp out on me. Do it for 2 weeks straight, every single day for 10 minutes, and tell me that you're not seeing improvement. I dare you. So guys, this is just one little segment of the whole hand development section in the Total Drumming program. So if you want more training on like stick grip, certain techniques that you can use to really get more out of your playing and better at rudiments and faster and more consistent, finger control, fulcrum, molar technique, throw catch, all of these things we go over in the course. So if you want more training on that, click the link down in the description below. Also guys, I have a free training I'm running right now. It's just a big overview of a bunch of stuff, basically these pillars of what makes great drummers. You know, I kind of boiled it down to 3 things that I've seen, and I know that if you focus on these three areas of your drumming, it really will help you make sure that you're not leaving something out and that you're really getting better every year at the drums. So I want to share that free training with you. So check it out. You can go down in the link in the description below. That link will also be in there, or just check out one of these pop-up icons on the screen. Hopefully that'll work for you too. And as always guys, if you enjoy these videos, if you've watched them before or you're new to the channel and you got something out of it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, but also hit the bell, because you know, you probably have like 100 things you're subscribed to and you might miss one of my videos when I come out with a new one. So hit that bell so you know when I come out with the next lesson, because we're going to be going over a lot more cool stuff like this. And if you can leave a comment and a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you on the next lesson. Take care.